Yeah, I know that some of you are going to take offense with what I'm about to say, but it has to be said. By the way, this is the second time I'm posting this because I feel I can be more articulate with my thoughts. When one famous man of God came out to say that Nigeria has a spiritual problem, I understand why some of you took offense with it, because it seems like the church is always spiritualizing the problems of this nation. And maybe what we need right now is to demand that the leaders of this nation take pragmatic steps towards the betterment of the nation as a whole. But when you look at it from another standpoint, it's hard to convince me that this country does not have a spiritual problem, because somehow we always miss the point. We always miss the point. And I'm only saying this because it has to be said. I miss when I wasn't that notable a man of God that I could just speak my mind, But it has to be said. Compare and contrast. There are mega churches in this country. Yes, you are fuming over the fact that they have massive auditoriums. As far as they are concerned, they are supposed to be building factories, building roads for the people. That's weird, but I'll come to that. So you have churches like, I don't want to mention names, but there's a church, for instance, that has 2 world-class universities. All right. And recently has announced that they'll be building an airstrip, and everybody is fuming about that. But in comparison, you have states that receive federal government allocation, that have citizens that pay compulsory taxes. And in those states, you don't have one working airport. You don't have any world-class university. And you think the church is your problem. If that's not a spiritual problem, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Because if at all, if anything, I think that the church should be an inspiration to the government. And that's just testament to what effective resource management and leadership can accomplish. No matter how rich you think one ministry is, do you want to compare it to a whole nation or a whole state? Plus federal government allocation and the taxes that the citizens are paying. Why can't many states produce one good university? Why can't many states produce one airport? And so, whilst you are distracted by the prosperity of the church, it should help you think, well, how much more the government? And why hold a ministry to whom you don't pay taxes? A ministry that most of you don't even attend, you've never given offering. You're trying to tell them about what their financial priorities should be without holding the governments to whom you pay taxes accountable. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. And coupled with the fact that some of these mega churches are even doing things that you can argue are not their business. Some of them are building roads. One of the churches in question built roads and would have done more, allegedly, if they were allowed to. I think we get too distracted in this nation. See, all those other issues about tithing, those are theological issues that, honestly, some of us will never agree on, and that's okay. But at least from a big picture standpoint, from a national secular standpoint, no matter what you think a missionary university should charge for school fees, at the end of the day, it still benefits the nation that we have additional universities and world-class universities at that. Some states have not been able to do that. The church is not your problem. Think about it. Think about it. Don't get distracted. God bless you. Just my 2 cents.